What is the cheerleader effect? The cheerleader effect is the main reason for people to live in bubbles and especially sustain them for very long periods of time. A phenomenon that has always existed but exponentially grew since the internet. There's quite a big chance that your life is massively influenced by this phenomenon as well. A perfect example of the cheerleader effect is the flat earth movement. You know, those people that collectively agree that the earth ain't a ball, but that we live on a flat disc with an ice wall around it. Yes, those people actually exist, and it's all because of the cheerleader effect. And while you might think they're crazy, don't judge too fast, because in this video, I'll explain why you might not be so different from them. So, how does it work? People only start believing the earth is flat once enough people around them don't call them crazy and agree with them. And the reality is, if you post something online on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, you can always find someone to agree with you. Always. The point is, there's a cheerleader for everyone and their story. Everybody wins on Facebook. You can't be wrong and truth doesn't exist. Social media makes you inherently lost. If you enter a group, algorithm, or account where your opinion is not appreciated, you leave and go on to the next one. Be aware that this happens with your own platform and audience as well. We can say anything that is somewhat in the direction of what we stand for, and everyone will simply agree and accept it as a fact. Producing media comes with serious responsibility. Modern media became a podium so cheap that most influencers with millions of followers almost got there by accident. Stupidity is rewarded in the online world. And like I said, you might think those flat earthers are crazy, but this applies to me and you in everything that we believe. At the end of this video, we will understand the significance of this on each and every one of our lives. And to prove this concept, I want to tell you a story. A few years ago, I read a book. It was called Confessions of a Media Manipulator. In the book were stories of a marketing guy that had all sorts of tricks to fool people and go viral with it. After reading the book, I felt inspired to use some of these tactics myself. I started making short-form videos on the internet that were based on truth, but had a twist of absurdity with it. It wasn't necessarily false information, but it simply combined two views together that were never seen together. The videos worked as a Trojan horse. They brought a message but sort of exploded halfway in the video. At first attracting people from both sides of an argument, but then right in the middle, switching things up, making sure people started fighting in the comments. This was my main trick for videos going viral, and it worked every single time. People started to use the comment section as a forum to discuss their diet choices, political issues, climate issues, conspiracy theories, anything. This meant very cheap publicity. And what I noticed was, regardless of the information of the video, true or untrue, there were always cheerleaders. Always people who blindly agree and support the narrative. So what does this mean for the creator? Well, positive feedback. Positive feedback telling them to create more bullshit. And more content about bullshit means more people believing the bullshit, which then results in more cheerleaders. It becomes a cycle. Nowadays, it's not the experts that people listen to. No, it's the influencers that have the authority. They attract more views with an attractive opinion. It comes to a point where the influencers don't really care about truth anymore because they are getting what they want: attention. Thanks to the cheerleaders. Now realize what impact this has in the world. It's not just the flat earth community. This goes for politics, diet choices, opinions about war, religion, fashion, girls who show nudity, and every conspiracy theory that's out there. And then it gets even worse when we are the ones who choose what kind of content we watch and choose what people we follow. When we are in control, we're always going to choose something that's comfortable and whatever pleases us. It eventually makes sure we end up in some sort of tunnel vision, making us blind for any other argument or possibility of truth. And even worse, thanks to the social media algorithms, we don't even get to see them. Now you might think that we don't have a free will and that we're simply affected by our surroundings. And at first hand, this is actually exactly the case. But that doesn't mean we were created without the ability to reason and research. Now, my message to people with influence, mostly social media influencers: just because you have an audience that loves you doesn't mean you're accurate. Be honest with yourself if what you're putting out there is good, rather than maintaining a short-form profitable lie. And my message to the consumer: you might want to zoom out. Get out of your algorithm and consider that what you're being fed is based on what you like and what entertains you. It has nothing to do with how smart you are or how accurate you are. Okay, that's it, bye.